What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and Show, where I, Graham G.S. Matthews, break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network and on Peacock. And today we're talking the April 26th, 2021 edition of Raw Talk, featuring the return of the 24/7 champion himself, R-Truth. So, R-Truth hasn't been on the show in quite some time. I have no idea why. I don't know if he was off filming something, or if he was sick, or if he was hurt. I have no idea. Truth was not a part of WrestleMania weekend. We have not seen him on WWE programming, including Raw Talk, in well over a month. So I'm glad he's back. I will miss Xavier Woods, but, R-Truth is enjoyable. Didn't really add anything to this show, but I do enjoy R-Truth. So he said that he missed WrestleMania because he went to the wrong stadium. That was his excuse, by the way. So they recapped the ending to Raw that saw Braun Strowman beat Drew McIntyre to be added to the WWE Championship match at Backlash. Ugh. They recapped Miz TV, who gives a shit. They recapped Charlotte Flair getting reinstated. Again, who cares? The first guest they welcomed on the show was the former United States champion Riddle, who boasted about beating Randy Orton last week, which is obviously the biggest win of his entire career. And he said that Orton also texted him on April 20th, obviously 420, which was last Tuesday. He said that it was Orton's idea to team up, and he feels it's the beginning of a beautiful friendship. And he wants to become tag team champs. He had, kind of an alliance going with Jeff Hardy for a while, and that went nowhere. So not really sure what the idea is behind that. Or what the idea behind that was, aside from it just being temporary. Hopefully this lasts a little bit longer than that did. But he said that he'll FaceTime Randy every day for 30 to 40 minutes until he gets what he wants. And that was it from Riddle. So it was enjoyable. Riddle is Riddle. If you don't like Riddle, you probably didn't like the segment, but he furthered the story along with him and Orton, so it worked in that respect, I guess. The second person they welcome on was Sonya Deville, the assistant to Adam Pearce. I guess on Raw as well. I thought her power only extended to SmackDown, but apparently it's applicable on Raw as well. So she says that she's always wanted to call it down the center, call it right down the middle. And she doesn't have to answer to Adam Pearce, she said, which is news to me because I thought she was hired on to be an assistant to Adam Pearce. So I'm not really sure where that idea is coming from, that she doesn't have to answer to Adam Pearce unless there's some sort of a hidden authority figure that we don't know about that overrules Adam Pearce. But anyway, she didn't understand why a big star like Charlotte was off the show, which is why she reinstated her on Monday night. She thought Mandy Rose did an amazing job against Charlotte, but perception is reality, and she's trying to do what's best for both brands. The last people they welcome on are MVP and the WWE Champion Bobby Lashley. I feel like MVP has been on the show almost every week in recent weeks. Not that I'm complaining, because MVP is great, but he was back on the show this week alongside Lashley. And Lashley says that Strowman being added to the WWE Championship match at Backlash is disrespectful. Now, remember, Lashley and MVP, I'm almost positive, tried to help Drew win because they don't want it to be a triple threat, but then T-Bar and Mace interfered to allow Strowman to beat McIntyre. And then Lashley also brings up how we saw a lot of holes in both of their games during that main event. He's going to utilize that and capitalize on it to retain his championship at Backlash, WrestleMania Backlash, whatever. MVP praises Lashley's fight IQ, and again, Lashley points out the holes in McIntyre's game. He knows that he can beat either of them one-on-one, which is true. He beat Drew one-on-one at WrestleMania, and he beat Braun right before WrestleMania on Raw, right after Fastlane. I think it was the night after, not Fastlane, but he beat him the night after Elimination Chamber. Was it the night? Yeah, it was the night after Elimination Chamber to ensure, again, Strowman was not added to the WWE Championship match the following week. So MVP promises that Lashley is walking out of that Backlash main event still the WWE Champion. And I love this. This was the best part of the entire show, but when Kevin Patrick asks MVP to summarize or to really sum up what the almighty era is all about so far, he simply says Black Excellence, which I thought was awesome. So kind of a ho-hum edition of Raw Talk this week. I enjoyed Riddle. I usually, as always, like Lashley and MVP. Sonya Deville did well. Nothing really out of the ordinary about this episode. No great promo work. It was fine for what it was. The show has been better, in my opinion, with Kevin Patrick at the helm over Charlie Caruso. I prefer Xavier Woods or someone more serious like that over R-Truth, but that's just me, who relies a little too much on the comedy sometimes. This was a solid episode, nonetheless, of Raw Talk for April 26th, 2021. So thank you guys for checking out the reviews. As always, I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Check out all the exclusive interviews that have gone up over the last week here on the channel. Plenty more to come, so keep hitting that subscribe button and hitting that bell button to be notified every time a new video goes up. You're not going to want to miss that stuff. But yeah, have a great week, guys. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.